Yep, it's now the end of the year, so I have not had any time to make any videos, and I am very, very sorry, but you know what? Life gets in the way, as it would. So, I'm not going to repeat myself and say the usual thing that I normally do whenever I come on camera, but you know what? You know the whole shtick, so let's just move on. Hello everybody, Sam here, was on a Skull for back again for another video, and back for the last video of the year, because we are coming to the end of 2015. And we will be approaching 2016 in a couple of hours, because I'm recording this about 1:41 in the afternoon, depending on what time you're watching this. So it's New Year's Eve, and it's very bright outside. I've got the blinds drawn, so it's living in a very hermited lifestyle at the moment, but as things are. But other than that, I hope all of you are well. Tell me if you are. That's good. I hope all of you have had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope that the year has been relatively okay for some people. And I hope that you were able to do the things that you wanted to do in 2015, which hopefully will grow even bigger as the year goes on for 2016. But me personally, I think that this year has been a very strange one for me, because I've done things that I didn't think I would be doing, which I'm pushing ahead with, and I want to see how that all turns out. But, yeah, so let's talk about that for a minute. Like I said, I have not had any time to make any videos anymore, because I'm still on YouTube, but I think the whole video making thing for me is kind of being put on hold for a couple of reasons, because I'm so busy with a lot of the work that I do at college, and because I am hammered down by a lot of the things that I do, which leaves me very little time to get on camera and make a video. Which, out of all the things I said I was going to do for making videos, plans came up, interests have been renewed, and things have come along to make everything shift out of proportion, which, distorts everything of what you really like to do, but I think when it comes right down to it, we all live once, and we all have plans that we all want to see ourselves do in our lives, and we all want to have careers that we all want to achieve, and things that we really are quite proud of, that we really want to see do even bigger stuff. So, with me in 2015, it's been a very strange year. I mean, I was doing a media art course in college. I graduated from that course. I won an award. I'm doing a media course, which I have had very low expectations for. I still have low expectations for, but you know what? I'm on the course. I was thinking about quitting. I even made a video about it, but I didn't. I didn't quit in the end. I still kept going, and I want to keep going until June or May, depending on when I break up, and get that all finished once and for all, get the grade that I need, and use all that to build what I'm trying to build, which is my focus more on my art. Which is why the stuff that I do now, I want to see finished, and I want to see at least move on to something bigger. So that's why I have not had any time to make any videos. And because the work that I do has been... The work at the moment is more stress-inducing than it was in the first year that I was doing college for this. Because, shorter deadlines, meaning for about 2 to 3 weeks. Really half-assed instructions that they give you, which I think you have to obey, otherwise if you don't obey, then something is wrong. But apart from that, I think everything, for me, has been relatively okay. I think that, right now, we are... as it is, the year constantly shifts and moves, and everything changes in your life that either is going to make it good or going to make it bad. I think for me personally, it's one of those things that, you know, life has a very weird way of dragging you by the head and putting you in places where you would not ever see yourself. I mean, I'm a co-host on a podcast, and I'm very proud about that. And I focus and I draw a lot, which I want to try and make into a career. And I'm putting a lot more energy and effort into that, and being a bit more creative than I was a few years back. I got back into the whole art thing, and I'm glad I did. So I think the whole video making thing really, YouTube has been a very strange thing, which I want to do a whole topic about this another day. But you know what? I don't want to completely dwell too much on what I'm on how my life has gone. But I think 2015, for not just me, but for different people, has gone very differently, and I think that for different reasons, it's going to get... well, Facebook is currently blooming on. Let me just shut that off. Sorry about that. Yeah, depending on what year you live through, I mean, things are always going to shift mentally and psychologically, and you're going to experience different changes in your life that may end up making you a better or worse person than you currently are. But I think for what it's worth, everyone lives through the worst parts in their life that I think really they have to come out on the end thinking, well, I need to make something better with my life and see how that all helps my life and see what I can contribute to somebody else's that might need my support. And, you know, it's an interesting thing, the whole shift into the new year, because we make resolutions, we have a hard time trying to keep them, but I think my resolutions, at least, is to be a bit more creative and spend less money, which, seems I spend a lot more of my money on coffee these days. Coffee and art supplies, which I think they should all at least pack them together. Like, here's a little plastic bag with pencils and a cup of coffee. Yeah. So where does that leave us with this? I haven't forgotten about the whole YouTubing thing. It's still there, but it's kind of been put on hold. So I'm still here, but just not as on this thing as much. So although as we shift into like January and then move on from there, my free time kind of becomes a bit more spaced out. So I might be able to try and make some time for videos during the Easter break and whatnot. So I hope that you haven't all forgotten about me. I hope that anyone who still watches my stuff or anybody who still subscribe to me still manages to keep an eye on what I do. Even if it is just me liking and favoring everyone else's content, which I think that's kind of what YouTube really is now these days. I was trying to work up the energy to make videos. I'm trying to work up the energy to do something a bit more creative. I want to do more drawing videos, which I might spend more time focused on. So I need to keep the promises that I'm making regarding this. I keep promises to different things, but not YouTube. I think YouTube really has kind of taken a bit of a back seat in my life as of late, because since 2014, I believe, YouTube has taken a bit of a back seat. So I think these days I focus more on other things and less on this. So, which is why I was not so I was not so eager to rush and get ready to make a video after AA, because I had another college course to do. So so that's kind of why I have not had any time to do that. But which is why, I mean, in the space that I have had, I've been more focused on my drawing, which I think has helped me. And drawing is a very therapeutic thing. You'd be very surprised how invigorating and how enriching it can be. I'm not saying that everybody should take it up. I mean, it's one that I think everyone should experience. I mean, if you love to be creative in something that really is going to help you in a therapeutic, psychological, mental, physical way, and make you into a better person, which, depending on how it all turns out. But this year, I have had my birthday. I'm now 27. I'm kind of now into my mid to late 20s, which I'm now turning into an old man. Old is old. Doesn't matter. Plus I don't really think what counts as age anymore. I mean, it's one of those things where, well, when you hit this, you hit that, you're still the same person at the end of the day. I mean, you still have your skin, your blood, your hair, whatever works. So, also as well, which is probably why I'm more focused on my work these days, I got this for my birthday, which is a camera and a camera case, which the one thing I want to start doing a lot more of is traveling. So, and in that traveling, I want to start doing more photography. So I got this really nice, expensive Canon camera, which I need to start practicing with. And since I got all those tripods and everything, I want to get a bit more experimental on the whole camera thing, because since I have been doing photography in my college work, I think right now the one thing I want to do a little bit more of is focus on my animation and focus more on my stop motion, which I've kind of neglected as of late. But I think really now that I've got a proper camera to use it, because the camera that I was using for the 2 shorts that three shorts that I made wasn't that good. Didn't have really good focus quality. So I think with this might change things around. So where does that leave us? Where does that leave me as a whole? I'm getting more busier these days, so I think the whole YouTubing thing is going to go on hold until June. I will still be around from time to time. I might at least make one video during one of the breaks that I have during the spring, but let's see how that turns out. So anyway, I've been rambling on. I hope that everyone out there in the world is doing okay. I hope that you've all had a wonderful Christmas. I hope that 2015 has been relatively kind to you in some ways, and I hope that 2016 will be a good year for everybody. So Happy New Year is all I can say, and I will see you all in 2016. Take care.